Good afternoon, boys and girls, or whenever you're watching this video, but for me, it's the afternoon, like normal. We don't like getting up early for practice. No, but seriously, I was on I was working in the Keys. They let me get off a little early to come up and fish a hair's chain, and part of my vacation days are actually the ABA on Lake Okeechobee. So we were down here today on the south end, and this is something I just noticed by myself. I'm always wearing baby blue when I come down to the south end. Is it because there's always blue skies? I don't know. But if you guys watched the video from Rollins, me and Nick swacked them up north. Swacked them. But ooh, good indicator. When the rim canal over the bridge is clean, most of the south end will be clean as well. That's just my little thing. It works about 30% of the time, but it does usually seem though that if you drive over the rim canal here and you see that water, pretty, you know, got some good visibility, because that water's hard to clean up in there. You can probably count on the main lake stuff being fairly clean as well. Don't know why, can't explain it. Maybe because it's all connected. I mean, it is all connected, but if the water back here is clean, it should be clean out there. But that's not the best way to think about it either. Anyways, it works sometimes. I'm counting on it working today. I'm hoping that it works today, because tomorrow the ABA is out of the north end of the lake. And now, I don't know about you guys, and this is one of my little deals, so please don't steal it, but there's a tournament out of the north end of the lake. I love running across the lake, burning a bunch of gas, and going to the south end.
My apologies.
Oh.
I couldn't hear what you said. Sorry. Could you say that again?
No, I'm good. So what I like to do is get away from boats, because usually when you can have fish to yourself, that's how you can do really good in tournaments, especially even when you have patterns or areas, or sometimes the whole side of the lake to yourself. But part of my game plan was a little flawed, because tomorrow there's 3 more tournaments going on. There's Gerard's, there's a Big O Open, and there is Bass Busters out of the south end. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. So we're really not going to get the whole have the water thing to yourself. But hey, if I'm fishing against less boats in an area that has a lot of big fish, that's kind of where I want to be. And the stuff up north, I feel like it was the way it worked out, it was fairly situational. We landed on a decent shad spawn, but I caught a 6-pounder out of it, so that really helps when you catch a 6 on the shad spawn to start your day. And towards the end of the day, we kind of got on that little trail, had a lot of fish ganged up, but I think it was a boat trail deal. Wind was blowing just right. It was flowing through those boat trails. Those fish were relating to that little hard bottom areas. So it just worked out. Tomorrow, 180, not 180. Last weekend was southwest for the Rollins, and today is going to be southeast. But it might as well be 180, because you got that east wind that's pushing straight in there. And it's going to be very calm in that tournament. It blew almost 30. So 180-degree conditions, and we had a minor cold front pass through to the middle of the week, which to me, even though it's middle of May, it's May 13th, it's Friday the 13th actually. That's scary, but there's a wave of fish coming up. It may not be a big wave, but it's going to be a wave. So now we're playing, but that was middle of the week, so let's count on them being post spawners right now, especially the water being hot. When the water's hot, they spawn quicker. But fish spawned, so we have post-spawn fish that are relating to shad spawn, stuff like that, and we have bluegill fish. Those are the ones. The third one, the bluegill fish, that is the one that you want to go after, for a multitude of reasons. They're going to be fat, they're going to be full bellied, the water's hot, they're eating a lot, and they're eating big bluegill. They're going to be big and healthy. Post spawners usually got a flat belly, and shad spawn fish are they tend to run on the small side, and they're very, very touchy. If you don't get there in time, you can't even catch them. So I really like to base my entire game plan on bluegill fish this time of year, and post-spawn fish, maybe even spawning fish, shad spawn fish. I try and factor that in somewhat, but I usually find that in my day fishing for bluegill fish, because you're, you know, everything's kind of compacted and tight, and sometimes you get a mix of the post spawners, the bluegill fish, the post spawners turn into bluegill fish, and they were shad spawners in the morning, you know, you got the whole deal. But I tend to focus on the bluegill fish just because they're bigger, they're hungrier, they eat, and because I want to win. That's why I'm going for bluegill fish. But let me put this, unhook this thing and drop it in the water, and let's go find them. Another first bite, boys. Biggin. Update! Storm on the mountain. South Bay is not the deal. It's not the freaking deal. Not good. It's blowing about 20 out of the north. Completely unprecedented. No one saw this coming. Thanks for watching the video, guys. That practice day ended up only being about 3.5 to 4 hours long, if it was even that. I was looking back at my videos and there's only like 7 or 8 clips, so it couldn't have been more than about 3 hours, honestly. But we got a big storm coming. Big storm. Sun, storm. But man, I got out there with some high hopes. The wind had been holding predominantly southeast for the days leading up to that, and the day that when I got out there was sunny, nice southeast winds, light, and towards the end of the video you see me saying no one saw this coming, because the weather forecast throughout the weekend was southeast winds. And that afternoon when I was out there, just 2.5 hours into my day, this big storm came through, and it literally turned the wind into a northeast wind, and it cranked like 20-25 miles an hour, and it just completely blew the south end out, like just like that. In 30 minutes it was chocolate milk. And the one bite that you saw me get in the video, that was about, I don't even know, a 5+ pounder. It was a pretty good bite. But that was the only bite I got down there. I couldn't figure out anything else. I couldn't get bit anywhere else. It didn't, it wasn't right. The fish were, they were not there. So at that point, I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna go fish the tournament where I practice for Rollins. I'm gonna go where me and Nick fish in the tournament. And I knew them schooling fish most likely would not show up. When we caught them, it was really strong southwest winds. We had storms in the area. It was really cranking the wind up, and the wind blew across some hard spots, like I said in the video, and it got them fired up. I think whatever fish were in the back, they got pulled out, and they went into a feeding frenzy. Like, honestly, that's what happened. But and if anything, I just plan on going to that general area and just fishing it for what it was, and hoping, praying that what I had found in practice would hopefully materialize in the tournament. And this storm is getting close. But Anyways, that video will be coming out in a couple of days. I just want to let the practice video out. I didn't want to put the practice video and the tournament video in one because I'd make it like a 35-40 minute video, and we all know what happens when we put out 35-40 minute videos. You guys can't watch all of it. Sorry, but that's the truth. But man, that was my practice. Sometimes a bad practice is a good practice, or a bad practice can lead to a good tournament because it narrows down your options, cleans out your mind, and just makes you just say, I'm going fishing. And that's what we did in the tournament. But like I said, that video will be coming out in a couple days. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you soon.
I'm with the game, we taking shots off the rebound. My post to say now, I've been humble too long. Yeah. Tell them all to stay calm.